2nd and 6. Lamar the pitch. Henry met in the backfield. Just barely trying to get.
And really, since the bye week, you know, this defense has taken a lot of criticism. This front has taken a lot of criticism. But you look at the
string sec, and it's Murphy again. Boy, just when Jackson was about
for Cincinnati's defense.
So Jordan stout fourth-year punter. To boot it away, Charlie Jones will watch against this Ravens team. Handoff here as they will lean on their ground game to start, as Chase Brown is going to put
back and some timing back, about a quarter and a half, but he ended up with 200.
Including the pick 6 that came on back-to-back throws. How quickly can he turn the page? He delivers a strike. First down completion.
Is out for the second time against the Baltimore.
2nd and 2. Burrow again working from the gun. Samaje Perine. It's going to be a first down run after a pickup of 8. Well, the 2 additions for this defense as this Ravens defense gets some reinforcements. Cincinnati going back to the
best week of practice the Ravens have had. Roquan Smith told me having those 2.
At such a critical juncture of the season. Burrow quick release on a 2nd and 8 gets it to Gesicki, who's going to make his 2nd catch there.
Maybe an illegal contact on Kyle Hamilton, who was taking his drop to the flat.
First down.
But you see already in talking to Zach, showing their hand before the snap.
Run play again. This is Perine able to duck his way inside the 40-yard. Thinking about where he is on the field.
Yes, and their defense, you know, he played mostly at free safety and the middle specialist in one aspect.
Here's Perine doing his dance right into the teeth of that Raven points since week 7. That's tied for the most of any.
You have to be alert. He will take a shot.
Already 6 runs in this game. Burrow to the air. Gets it to Chase Brown.
This great example of what Zach Taylor talked about when I think it was a D doing. And he's evolved into a quarterback that is going to any moment.
Burrow again working from the gun on 2nd and 4. Into the shadows for Chase.
Well, one way to do that is to let Chase drop it. And, you know, if that ball is in a place that leads it for Joe Burrow and the Bengals offense.
So 3rd and 5 in that Thanksgiving night win in Baltimore. And this is what Taylor stressed so much this week. So big early 3rd down, 3rd and 4 for Cincinnati. As the Bengals
5 on 3rd long. And they've been in a lot.
11th play of the drive that began at their 20. Here they come. Burrow running for his life, and he is brought down.
Well, really, not really sure what happens. He just goes right through. That's just a 4-man rush. There was no disguise. 4-man rush. Get to your quarterback.
So Ryan Rico, the rookie punter, trying to angle this one. And as they begin here at their 15-yard line. One setback, Henry. He has been the workhorse almost.
He sees on that tablet, but we're talking about 2 high-end competitors.
Jackson going down. Demetrius
really enjoying some really good pressure. This is just a naked bootleg, and so they don't account for Knight coming off the edge.
He's in tackles entering this one today. Jackson on 3rd and 15. Little sidearm delivery gets it to Ali. And they are going to be,
you know, they haven't allowed really
parted off into the Ravens locker room. This defense that has been hit so hard. Ravens showing blitz. They rush for Burrow. Going to run for it. Going to slow Baltimore's offense.
No, it's been a methodical offense.
Cincinnati's success, credible success on 3rd down last week. Burrow on 3rd and 4, protected, gets it to Chase. But they decision time here for Zach Taylor, Arch is keeping his offense on the field.
4th and short. That's really a great job from Gilman playing, or a tight end. He's going to try to find him.
Boy, who moved first? What a massive call. This is potentially Kyle Van.
On infraction. Defense number 53. 5-yard penalty. Results in a first down.
A little bit. That and just losing and not being on the field, that can take a toll on somebody's psyche.
Chase Brown, impressive.
With Joe Burrow was that he's trying to find additional ways to play. What does that mean? Then that's the most important thing.
Also feels awfully good about this ground attack as Burrow firing it out towards the end zone, looking for Chase.
Thought he maybe had Gesicki right here inside if he really wanted it. But, you know, I know they want to be aggressive, and he loves
yet in this game. As the Ravens take over from the 35. This is Keaton Mitchell, who was on the injury report this week with that
pass, and Marlon Humphrey makes him pay.
Jackson handing here to Mitchell, breaking free. Gonna get inside Bengals. So after the 15-yard run, it's Mitchell getting another chance. Picks up a couple together.
Well, I think as you look at this game and you look at your matchups.
Interception.
It's cold down there, Arch. 2nd and 9, Burrow from the gun. Ravens rushing 3, wobbly pass, and it's incomplete.
And the ball just hangs up just a little bit. I mean, Josivas had a good couple of steps.
Achilles. This is Burrow on 3rd and 9. Everyone covered down the field, goes underneath to the check. That's
job of disguise with what the Ravens did. They put a lot of players on the line of scrimmage.
More play action
for the Ravens. No play action already here in the 2nd quarter, and they've yet to throw a play action pass.
The Ravens offense, can they get this pass game going? Jackson protected. Jackson's going to run for it. 1st down and more. First time
National Football League in yards per attempt in play action passes.
Boy, beautiful sidearm delivery. It's DeAndre Hopkins. Boy, they've been waiting for.
DeAndre Hopkins has had one heck of a career, and they've got to get him the ball more often.
Over 13,000 career receiving yards is Henry into the forefront, and Hopkins is the guy.
Well, the passing game really runs through Mark Andrews and Isaiah.
Little pre-snap look for Jackson. They come heavy. Jackson underneath. It's Ali. 1st down and a lot more. Ali hitting the blitz. Ali 30 on the catch and run.
Of knowing what the defense is in, finding the matchup and getting that big play.
We're in a better time because when we're starting to talk about the struggles of the pass game, 30-yard catch and run to get the Ravens on the board. 7-0 as Chubb.
In an inconsistent lineup against those offenses, you know, you're not going to be at your best.
Burrow throwing into, they get torn up by DK Metcalf, who had that monster game. As Chase here picks up 9.
The Ravens defense has really played a nice game today and is a step ahead of Burrow in the Bengal passing game.
Joe Burrow, fresh set of downs, 1st and 10. They've really committed to this run game early in this game against this
5 on their 3rd downs.
Burrow goes to Brown out of the backfield. The dual threat back for this as he come and responded over the last 5-6 weeks.
Yeah, 1,000 scrimmage yards
for center. Chase in motion. Give it to P. Ryan. So the Cincinnati offense, Arch, they've been in Baltimore. We got an injured Cincinnati Bengal here. Looks like no 2nd and 9, clock running. 90 seconds left in the half. Fake handoff to P. Ryan. Burrow under pressure, looking in the direction.
Hands to the face, I believe.
Holding. Offense number 75.
You see, I thought it was hands to the face as well, but he just have had some very timely negative plays against this offense.
3rd Bengals penalty, all on the offense. Boy, tight window throw by Burrow. Ravens going to rush 4. Burrow protected, hard fake. Everyone covered down the field, and he's just going to. This crowd disapproves as we await the official announcement here from.
But right now, it doesn't seem like Burrow or this offense has any answer.
Rico's punt is going to take a Ravens back. Bengals bring 4. Jackson towards the end zone with that pass.
For Lamar Jackson.
28-yard completion. Oh, it's on the. And this Baltimore
works his way across the field. There's game.
Handoff here to Burrow. We asked John Harbaugh, who knows Joe Burrow as well, 1st half.
And it really comes down to playing well on 1st down.
Lines up in the offensive backfield. Now kind of resets with the shift. Burrow 2nd down pass. Locates Chase. Broke the initial tackle.
Coming from free safety. And you know that when they put Jamar Chase on the inside,
Ravens bring 4. Here they come. Boy, Burrow somehow able to get the football out.
And it just, this little game right here. And Dalton Reisner, who is Really done a nice job at right guard. He's played in about 7 games this year, 4th and 4.
So the offense on the field, the fit outside the tackle box. The Ravens defenders are signaling intentional grounding. Talking with down judge Sarah Thomas.
The pass was outside the tackle box, and the ball made it beyond the line. There is no intent.
Ravens bring 4. Burrow up the seam towards the end zone. And Lamar Jackson and company take over on downs. Pitch play here. Henry has some running room. Henry, first down and more. Henry barrels his way.
Is in the slot. Awuzie comes out and plays it inside, but Smith did a great job of running with it, but they had a secure first down on that 4th.
And now Henry making it happen.
There's one criticism that I have from this linebacker core. It just seems like they wait a little bit too much and they hesitate. Sudden, this Ravens offense is taking off.
From the 11, Henry. And he is stood up to begin the half.
That's the way it goes. And you look at the way that Todd Monk came and dictate the game on your terms on offense.
Jackson feeling the heat. Back corner of the end zone. Nearly caught.
Side trying to isolate Mark Andrews. And just as he's starting to scramble, he sees Flowers wide open in the corner of the end.
Half. Long touchdown grab. Unable to make that play, but they salvaged 3 points. The field goal from Loop. Shutout till this point. Burrow play action underneath, and Chase Brown is up on the line of scrimmage for the Ravens. P. Ryan finds a little bit of daylight. He's going to have Higgins. No Higgins today for the 2nd time in 3 weeks. He missed the last meeting.
Allocate your resources to just trying to take away Jamar Chase. It's not always 100%, but it really makes your job much easier.
Action right in front of that Ravens sideline. No flags. And you just look at what Higgins back in concussion protocol. Remember, he missed that game a couple of weeks ago after he took that hard hit against New England. P. Ryan, a little bit of a bob. As we move inside of 6 minutes, Zach Taylor looking down at that play sheet.
Back. The challenge is make a play in one-on-one coverage by themselves.
Burrow steps up in the pocket, looking, buying himself some time. He runs.
He's back. Not a wise decision trying to tackle Derrick Henry in the open field from 10 yards deep.
Jackson goes play action, and he throws it.
Knee, an ankle, a toe. Certainly a frustrating. Mark Andrews told me he's a warrior, plain and simple.
Yeah, he's gritted his way through all season. Keaton Mitchell.
You know, when he's at the top of his game, I can't think of many quarterbacks that strike fear. He'd be Super Mario without the star.
Okay, Lamar Jackson, boy, smothered there.
16.
Down to the final minute plus. Jackson trying to wiggle free. Boy, flings it near side. Injured player is Ronnie Stanley. My goodness. Certainly.
We're backwards on his right leg, but this pass rush really doing a nice job.
Come onto the field for John Harbaugh and Todd Monken's offense team. Bengals bringing only 3. Everyone covered. Jackson down it.
Spiro, that's exactly how you play this. Demetrius Knight, just stand there and mirror him. He doesn't commit too fast. And then right when he sees Jackson commit, he shoots.
Jenkins, the man who's injured, down on the ground. Jack for Knight in his NFL career. Mitchell Tinsley now returning a punt after Cincinnati begins here from their 13. Fake handoff to Brown. Brown on the check down from Burrow is going to win. Ravens. Handoff here to P. Ryan. Tempo here. 3rd and 1. Need a yard. P. Ryan looking for some daylight. Didn't get it. Down on his legs. Boy, the football came out. So recovered by Cincinnati. Where it's Samaje P. Well, what a crazy game down the stretch between those two, fighting for the AFC East crown. Brown taking on all comers.
And the offense has to take advantage of all those substitutions.
Ravens rush forward. Burrow completes over the middle. This is Chase. He began the day third in the NFL in catches. Remember the Triple Crown winner against a Ravens defense that's been so good. We hit the 8-minute mark left. Precious time coming off the clock for Cincinnati. That's Orlando Brown. By the way, Didi telling us Marlon Humphrey dealing with a knee injury. Look here at the penalty. A little premature was Brown.
Have to watch.
Burrow looking right. Back corner of the end zone. Incomplete.
Just he had it pinned up against his chest, and then right when he hits the ground, just doesn't. Anybody who is in one-on-one situation.
Burrow again kind of stumbles, and he's intercepted. Picked off by Van Noy. Ravens look on Burrow and Van Noy.
Lane, brilliant play from the veteran Van Noy.
That's a pick six. As the frustration just continues to mount for Burrow and this Cincinnati Oregon.
And the other part is also the entire team and the defense. Really, the last 3 seasons hasn't been able to live up to their end of the bargain. So, ships and in Super Bowls year after year.
Remember, they had that magical run to the AFC Championship game 20 that Burrow has sustained here over the last couple of years. Handoff here. So good news that Samaje P.
on the field at the same time, more than 30% of the time, because that certainly is a
minutes. And the Ravens business like knew they had to get here, get a win.
He's gotten his yards, but this secondary really hasn't been able to allow him to make those big plays.
That frantic push. Burrow was just amazing, but just didn't have enough in the end.
Calls in that game, but I love how they've responded, and John Harbaugh really thought that they would respond well. And